All right. So here's something that rises. That one of the things that I know about Stupid Aaron is that he likes to edit videos around. And so when it comes to my friends, Aaron was at the forefront of basically ripping me off about a bunch of like ideas and stuff in the past. And then for some reason, there's like, if I ever bring it up, there's like videos that have audio in it of my friends. It's probably just Aaron editing videos or something. Of my friends calling me crazy with Mormon temple, like sitting there acting like I haven't really talked to those people in 7 years. And that this is like where they have a whole like scripted response system about basically, you know, they like anticipated me like noticing some of these movies and stuff. I mean, even Ready Player, right when that book came out, the second messaging from Dusty instantly when the book came out. So, no, he called me right up and was like, this book, you did. And see, my extensive like memory is like where one of the things that they do and Lena's friends is they tried to gaslight me about all of it because they paid off their S&M Foyer site with selling all that shit. And so the reality is that, you know, my friends are able to comprehend what sane is. And that if they're making those videos on purpose, then I start to wonder. And that all my research about them, basically, includes Moby basically running, I don't know, like, essentially, you know, they, they, they're modern millennials, you know, they're the potential for them doing an orgy to be on dark web or something, you know. And that when I say the Second Life stuff, it's like Lena told me about Second Life in a lesser way, but they these Mormons are so used in this area having like these whole conversations about somebody that they don't even know. And then they have this like proof that somebody's crazy based on these videos of my friends. And so the reality is that if they made those, then I wonder, but you know, I know that every video that I do, the stupid Amazon sits around the Kennewick Amazon group. They sit around editing them to be crazy or something like that. And that the some of the other research is that apparently Mormon like has all of their equipment, all of their phones and computers in dark web controlled in this tech way from the research that I was able to find was that they have to have approval or something to interact with me. So whether that's true or not, they don't seem to ever interact with me. that could be potential. That is what hackers are able to do, that type of stuff. It's like, I know that Mormon around here was running like a whole psych op with Kennewick Amazon on everybody getting into the dark web. And that they potentially would have fallen for that type of stuff. And that, yeah, you know, the things that, you know, I fucking saw, I fucking remember. I know what little mopey little pedo tricks are. I know what hypnotist shit is. And yeah, I know that they were all kind of hobbyists in ways about that stuff. And they wouldn't necessarily speak to me about it, but they had moments of doing little pedo-y tricksies. And that the more like the, you know, if they're denying that stuff, I really wonder, because in the end, you know, this stuff is red flagging the government, and that they can tell that I'm telling the truth, and that if you people are making explanations, they'll be able to tell if you all are lying, and that will have you people wondered about. So the importance of just telling the truth when it comes to me, you know, I'm being honest about what it is that I was doing. And that, yeah, you know, this stuff that Mormons, they 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 red flag my system by even talking about me. Okay? They do. Those people, I'm not Mormon. I don't talk to them. I don't have anything to fucking do with them. And so for them to be having opinions that are monitored, that is crazy. And for my friends, if they were making videos of their assessment of my mental health, why? Why would their fucking opinion matter if they don't comprehend the material that I'm presenting? And that just means that they don't have any reason to have an opinion. And so if they're going to go against mental health evaluations, I mean, this is like where, you know, Mormon, those people that have this fucking discussion shit about me, they are fucking crazy, and that they don't believe in clinical mental health, and that a lot of that has to do with their refusal to be going to mental health, because in the end they're all batshit crazy. And so I know that Mormon was attempting to like help people, and that all those people are fucking crazy. Those Mormons that were helping everybody around here, and the Kennewick Amazon group and shit, those people are fucking crazy. Those people have the fucking most retardedest shit that comes out of their fucking mouth about dark web and shit. They're fucking dumb. They're fucking crazy. If you hear the shit, they're the ones that say that they control people's lives and brains and shit. And that they're fucking crazy for that shit. And if they don't see that, if they can't honestly see what I'm saying and see that it's a very sane explanation, if they don't notice to influence people in a lie and manipulation way, why? Why? And see, this is where the more accurate my information gets, the more Mormons sparked up this mental health crazy theory and shit. It's part of their dumb, you know, if there's Mormons in Utah that start narking off their Mormon secrets and shit. Then Mormon has a discussion and then goes and finds people and gets them to be on record on their crazy. What's a dark web? And so, if they're doing that, then that is where those Mormons shouldn't be doing that shit. And then, in the end, you see how those Mormons that do that? They're so fucking crazy that they think their fucking opinion matters. And who the fuck are they? Voyeur stalkers? So, this is what I know is that you people, that shit, you can't ever get me to deny reality about what I was talking about. Just like I know that they heard my ideas on well, a humorous idea on Sector 8 agency shit. And then they started doing that stuff. And that the whole idea is that when it comes to the Mormons, I was just making fun of them. And that my theoretical idea like that, I would have never done without any government approvals and shit like that. But that I knew people were doing that stuff. And that's where I knew that people I know were doing. See, I came up with a whole, when they busted the Silk Road, essentially they ended up disrupting what was an intelligence gathering world, kind of. And then that stuff was kind of focused on drugs. And then I came up with a theoretical idea of utilizing a cultural group and essentially going after like Jeffrey Epstein kind of world. That was because the drug world, right after they busted Silk Road, basically the DEA's ability to operate undercover was like destroyed. And so that is kind of where I had a different theoretical idea on what to do. But I started noticing people doing that stuff. And that just because I have theoretical approaches to stuff, I would never do that stuff without a real government approval. I mean, you don't want to do that stuff without their approval. And so this is where it's just weird to me that these fucking Mormons sit around doing that stuff, and then they sit around acting like their fucking opinion would matter about somebody that's theoretically a stranger that they shouldn't actually know anything about. And then if they're being a creepy fucking cyber stalker, that makes them and their opinion matter even less. And see, Mormon likes to take logic and that they like to build a diametric logic of what they think. See, they wanted people to support their voyeur data indexing shit and to be having people trust their fucking opinions after violating people's privacy in horrible fucking ways. So, this idea about voyeur stalkers being trustworthy, see, that's the kind of shit that people that even have that fucking thought are literally people that have opinions that shouldn't matter fucking ever. And that they built a whole little world of asking voyeur stalkers that are psychotic on what their opinion is, and then that is what they use. And see, the blatant disregard for logic is what crazy is. And so, yeah, basically, you know, I just talk about secrets and stuff, and then, you know, if they think that's not crazy, it would probably be crazy for them. But not for me. I don't have anything to fear. I don't have any reason to be silent. You people are sick fucking people. And that you guys are just they've been sitting around for a decade in this town. Being sick, psychotic people in this area. Without anybody saying anything. So, I view you people as crazy for looking the other way at that shit. That's crazy. That's amoral. You people lack a serious needed morality to be sitting around watching people do that. Any of that shit. To be seeing people suffering and not saying anything. See, it's sane to care. And that all of you have sat around silent, fully engulfed in the ability to know what I'm talking about in ways. And you all have sat on the sidelines watching. That is fucking crazy. So this is where, you know, if these people like don't seem to fucking realize, I don't have anything to fear of a stupid fucking Mormon temple that's nothing. A dumb pedo-banging FBI agent, nothing. Those dumb sissy cops are nothing. Nothing to fear. They don't have power. All they have is little threats like a stupid little pedophile, and that none of them could speak logically about anything. See, they like to build the illusions of some sort of power that nobody should ever go up against. They're just stupid fucking pedophiles. And that, yeah, you know, this is what it is. Everybody calls those military guys crazy all the time, too. Everybody calls all those lesbians crazy all the fucking time. For telling people what everybody sits around accepting. It's like when these people start torturing everybody in speakers, this is like that type of sociopathic behavior is what everybody accepts as normality. And that's crazy. These hackers do day to day, they do things that borderline on sociopathic behavior. And it's a normalized acceptance world. And that's fucking crazy. People give in and are mastered by crazy people, and they start doing things that people fucking want based on their weird fucking angers about something dumb and shit. And that's crazy. People give in to Mormon and their weird obsession about needing something. I gotta show my Mormon cult the brainwash of my mastering. People purposefully do switchy bitches for them and shit. And that shit's crazy. That is what crazy is. So, the reality is that maybe those people, if they were ever saying that, maybe they should demonstrate what crazy means before saying that stuff. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. There's some very stark, obvious realities about me